area. A lot of stuff is officially on lock. Apparently, at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, there was a shooting. We're waiting for President Trump right now. Trump speaks after shots fired. CNN is alleging that a 30-year-old male is officially in custody. Most of you guys know this correspondence is a place where a lot of the journalists go to convene and sit back, eat a good dinner. It's a black tie event, and usually the president of the United States is the guest. I'm looking at the situation, and I'm be advised. I'm just coming in really quick. When you get this, just make sure you smash the like button. I want to issue an official. So far, I'm looking at the actual situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and so far so good. President Trump was sitting at that actual dinner, and the way they swiftly, I think it was FBI agents, Secret Service, they swiftly moved him out of there. I like the tactical aspect of it. It was a little slow to me. However, it wasn't a clear direction on who actually that they were trying to protect. And then I guess the camera decided to pan somewhere else. What's up, guys? If you haven't heard breaking news, there was an official shooting. A 30-year-old male is in custody. What's up, Pinky? A 30-year-old male is in custody at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. President Trump actually will be making a speech in a little bit. If y'all haven't heard, I shouldn't have been able to get that close. That's what I'm saying. And I'm trying to figure out, I'm saying to myself, right, because it was at the Hilton Hotel, I believe, here in the DMV area. I'm trying to figure out, we are in an active war, right? Has there been an update since the judge was around here celebrating? Shout out to my fam band. We in there. Lil Cuzzo, blood, 100%, man. Finally, he declared in the NFL, and he is officially a Baltimore Raven. So we ain't going nowhere. And the judge, I told him, I said, look at here. Shout out to my cousin Tamika. She's an official NFL mom. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I had to sit her down and let her know. You got to move, girl. Anyway, shout out to the Baltimore Ravens. Y'all know we're going to be at the official stadium games talking crap. But the judge, I'm sorry, I can't take off the cowgirl. All right, now, listen, little cuzzo. I understand. But we up, baby. Baltimore Ravens in the building for our family. Shout out to you guys. Oh, yeah, I've been tapped as marketing and promotion. Y'all know Judge Shady getting ready to get busy. I told you I'd be back on air sooner rather than later. I had to get some things together. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, listen. We are involved in an active war in Iran, and for the God's sake, I don't understand who would advise President Trump to move at certain events. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, such as us over there, looking to go and get some oil from over there around there to that Strait of Hormuz. I'm like, sir, he wasn't behind any barriers. So I'm feeling like you feeling, Pinky. It's crazy to me. Like you just walking around, no shield, no nothing. I gotta admit, what's up, Lisa Strode? What's up, Big Illy? Happy Saturday, y'all. Yeah, y'all know, we got party after the party. One thing about little cousin, I could say this, and I want to say this to my cousin, man. She raised a good young human being. No babies. You see what I'm saying? He ain't got nobody pregnant. I said, oh man, you gonna be good to go. You ain't got no children. Lord have mercy, they're gonna be a good time. And you're local. You know, I advised my cousin, I said, listen, you know, we gotta start moving smart right now because he's at home. You know what I'm saying? She's in Maryland. He's in Maryland, and now his team is in Maryland. So they got to move a little wiser and a little smarter. And I'm certainly going to advise them of the security aspect of everything because I don't give a damn about money. Safety is very important to me. Most of y'all know that. Listen. Thanks, Big Illy. Girl, we're going to be getting the gettings. You hear me? Yes, indeed. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all know we finna turn all the way up. But he's a very humble young man. You know, no children, thank God. No 3,000 baby mamas. And he stood the course. He did his 4 years at Maryland Terp as a Maryland Terp. And, you know, God answered his prayer. His grandmother, who was there from day one, she was married to our family, and she was there from day one, guys, and she passed away about 2-3 years ago. So I know it's her upstairs actually trying to help him see his dreams. So y'all keep him in y'all prayer. Y'all know how it is in this NFL. I am a diehard football fan, so I know exactly how it go. I told him get ready for the groupies and all this old foolishness and Karen. I even told Cuz, you married, you better check husband. You know, it'd be a bunch of BBL bimbos running around. But we on top of everything. Yeah, so it's all good. It's all good, man. God is really good. Yeah, exactly. And man, can you imagine you from Maryland and the Ravens done pick you up? Oh my God. Yeah, we got his whole future ahead of mine. I hope God keeps him safe and protect him and from evil. And like I told my cousin, I said, let me tell you something. Money is the root of all evil. You're gonna see folks that you haven't heard in the last 5 billion years. They got elements. They sick. They sure sick. They need a new heart. They need a new BBL. They need a new ass. Okay. You gotta have the level of discernment. She's so mild and meek, but yeah, you just focus on keeping him straight. Okay, I got everything else because we're not gonna get down like that. But listen, she has a great support team. It's not many of us, but it's a lot of us that been there and done that and know about business. And we're gonna make sure that he don't take no wrong turns. I'm hoping that she has some type of foundation coming out of it. I'm also hoping that she will get with Kevin Durant mom, who's amazing. So that Tamika can be covered. You know what I'm saying? As an NFL mom, you got to move differently, and I told her that. Long gone are the days where you leave the back door halfway open. All that people will be plotting and planning. Let's be clear. But with money, I always say this, man. Money is the root of all evil. I've always been a type of person that I've never been concerned. Y'all know how some people go, "Oh God, I got 25 cents in the bank." I always told them people, the bill collectors and everybody else, you get your money as soon as I get it. I'm waiting, guys. For President Trump, I'm gonna try to stay on as long as I can. They're expecting him to come out and take the podium and say a few words. But listen, man, life is so very, very short, man. At the end of the day, you got one life to live. And I always said, I've never been a person too concerned about money. I pay it when I get good goddamn ready. I pay it when I get it. If I ain't got it, then as long as I ain't as long as I owe you never be broke. See what I'm saying? Just add my name to the list. However, you always owe somebody, even the day you close your eyes. You see what I'm saying? You be buried 3 months and 8 months later, they be sending you that last final bill. Yes, indeed. But at the end of the day, man, listen. It's all about priority for me right now. I am in a space where nobody can make, shake, or move me. God is really amazing. He's awesome. He's doing some crazy stuff with me, man. And I'm a little nervous because I'm like, Lord, all I know is law enforcement, really, really, and of course radio. But I'm tackling the transportation world and my own security firm. It's called Security LLC firm. Anyway, so those are my manifestations. We're on a good start. We're on a roll, and I'm all the way up. Nobody can stop that. One thing about me, if anybody knows a Taurus the Bull, y'all know we build by nature. We're builders. We build and create things, and then we move along. It's just that I'm embarking on literally my fifth career, and I know I'm going to tackle it because I've done the research. And I think your girl ready, right? So y'all say a prayer for me. My ultimate goal is to reach back in my community. And then I'm not going to be on this channel much. I got to head back up. I'll be camped all the way live on the main channel, right? So it's a lot of stuff popping off. Now I get to bring you the lifestyle, the NFL stuff on the main channel. And I'm still going to be back here, but just keep up with me over there because you never know when that camera going to pop on up around. It's going to be a lot going on. Man, a lot. But to whom much is given, much is required. To whom much is given, much is required. Let me hold on for a second. Let me send this back to my son. Yeah, they're actually waiting for President Trump, guys, to come in and make an address. If you just haven't heard, there was an official shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. They are in the briefing room right now at the White House. I think Secret Service and some of my friends there, they did a great job with swiftly moving him out of there. It wasn't as crazy as the last time when allegedly that his ear was injured and all that stuff. They was moving slow. However, I don't understand why the president, and we are in the middle of an active war, why he's walking around so freely. Why was he in this said location? How did this weapon get in that hotel? It was top flight security there. Like, it's mind boggling. It's a lot of unanswered questions, right? Um, and I think the first lady was in that building. It was just a lot of the senators and congressmen along with the courts. It was just too many people, too many important people in one place. And I always said, you never should do that. If there should never be a time where the president and the vice president is all together at one time. It just should never happen. Okay. So it's a lot, but I think so far so good. When I'm seeing, I'm looking, I'm all about the tactic and the precision of the tactical move. And I think they did a good job when those shots were fired. They did share that with us. And then I saw both of the agents. I think they were Secret Service. They were holding their rifles and they sort of did a triangle around them. So it was really good to me. I think it was ultimately a good move. I think it was a good. They did a good job of trying to swiftly get him up out of there. Um, and allegedly, a 30-year-old was in custody. I'm gonna listen in for a little bit. Smash the like button, guys. Happy Saturday to you.
Hours and days go on, but really the preliminary question for me is: are we talking about someone who simply approached a magnetometer and then engaged a firearm, or someone who got through the magnetometer
Right.
and actually engaged a firearm?
Right, because that shit was heavily on.
Kind of space. That's how that.
This is a senior law enforcement analyst talking, guys.
Really, I think set the tone of the conversation around this attempted attack, if that's in fact what it was, for the next several days. There will be a lot of questions to answer at the Secret Service if that person got through the security perimeter.
How? Yeah, some people gonna lose their jobs. They sure gonna be unemployed.
Of the room, how far the person got, the disposition of that person as he was going through security. I don't know if we'll hear that from the president. The president does have a tendency to be the first provider of information from law enforcement.
That is so true.
He's waiting to learn more here.
Yeah, his face. This reporter just made it. Reporter was like, "What?" Trump could be bleeding, but he basically was throwing shade, saying that President Trump would have been the first one to give us an update. Lord have mercy.
Warning about 2 minutes ago. That could be a little bit squishy.
Some even running from the location of that Hilton down to the White House, which of course you're talking
Various commentary. I'm just listening in. So President Trump was swiftly escorted off stage by Secret Service after shots were fired at the White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington, D.C. on Saturday. Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and his cabinet members are all safe, sources said. I'm reading off of CNN. One person is in custody after a shooting near the screening area at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, according to the U.S. Secret Service. President Trump is expected to speak in a little bit. Update: the shooter is in custody. Authorities have identified the suspected gunman as a 30-year-old male from California. A U.S. Secret Service officer was shot at the White House. Oh, wow. Correspondent dinner Saturday night. 3 people familiar told CNN. Oh, wow. Prayers up to that Secret Service. What did he see? Allegedly, the bullet struck the officer's protective gear and they were taken to a local hospital. The officer is expected to survive. Okay, so the protective gear, good job. That means he had a bulletproof vest on, so he was doing his thing. Okay, yes, indeed. Listen, that bulletproof vest saved lives, okay? So obviously the bullet probably penetrated the vest and he got to see another day and get back in the fight. Trump speaks after shots fired, suspect in custody. Okay, so I don't know exactly when the president, so hold on, guys. When he come in, I'm going to make sure you guys listen and smash the like button. We're talking politics. Somebody got to do it. There was if you're just tuning in, there was a shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner today. Okay, literally, I think it just started literally 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. President Trump was swiftly moved out of there. One Secret Service agent was shot in his protective gear, aka bulletproof vest. So he is expected to be okay. And we are waiting to hear from the president. Let's listen in a little bit to what this dude says. What's that man named? Vance.
To be able to explain what was going on. Really,
Van Jones. I said Vance.
Wolf was there, and he was able to continue to report, and then have to repeat a few times tonight what's going on. Look, you have some people who are legends for.
We're talking about him before this. I mean, Larry Wilmore was just talking about referencing him in his earlier speech.
And Wolf said to us tonight that it's been a really long time since he was around gunfire like that. People have to remember, Wolf Blitzer went to war zones. Wolf Blitzer reported.
All right, guys, I'm going to get up out of here, but stay tuned to President Trump. I'll probably pick it up in some more commentary. Happy Saturday to y'all. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Go out. Some of y'all, man, probably need to go outside. A lot of y'all probably hadn't been out. YouTube really can take its toll mentally and physically. Okay? Remember, it's an app. It's a free app. Okay? And it's only for entertainment purposes only. If you find yourself caught up in YouTube 24/7 to the point of no return, get help. Okay? Then again, you might need to call your lawyer. You never know. Anyway, I'm Judge Shady Court. I'm out. Happy Saturday.